Hey, hello everyone. My name is Preston Jones. Today is Monday, June 15th, 2026 for our June board meeting here. We'll get started at 9:33 p.m. Like I said, my name is Preston Jones. I'm the owner of Final Whistle Sports TV. Jack, can you please introduce yourself?
Cagno, commentator.
Thank you. At this time, we're going to move forward. Can I have a second? Can I have a second approval to move forward?
Second.
Perfect. Uh, Previous meeting minutes have been posted via 610 Studios YouTube channel and the link to that recording was shared on the Final Whistle Sports TV Instagram, Facebook page. That was posted. Could I get a secondary approval for that? Perfect. All right. At this time, there are no member strikes to address. There is a leave of absence for myself, Preston Jones. It's going to be June 20th to June 2026. Reason for absence is vacation. Just so that's known. We're going to skip over the executives meeting here, and we have no old business to take care of, so we'll move forward to the agenda at this time. Agenda item number one is getting our social medias pages verified. We have not done that yet. Is that something we're still in approval for to make that purchase and verify them? I will give you my opinion first. I think we should hold off on that just for a little while until the uh, high school football season, and then like in August or maybe even July when we have our next meeting, then we verify it. Is that something that's good with you?
I agree.
All right, I'll put that down in the notes. The next thing we were going to do is do a Fiverr account. Fiverr is to post your job listings, like our services and stuff. Is that something that we want to do, or is it just a waste of time and we should just can it? I'm going to put a vote in for just throwing it out.
Waste the time.
Waste of time. Got it. All right. I'll just remove that from the agenda. Our next one is going to be Craig bot issues. So, if you don't know, in our Discord, that is what we use to record our um, previous recorded videos. We do commentary through Discord. We use a new thing called Craig bot, and it's basically it records your Discord call for you and then turns that call into a audio file where I can then add it in to the edited video. So, we had issues with it when we used it last. So at this time, I'm going to request a approval to have all people that are going to be commentator or virtual commentators for this season to have a meeting sometime in July, a separate meeting from the board meeting. And we're going to have a meeting. It's going to be 30 minutes, and we're all just going to test Craig Bot and make sure it works. Can I get an approval on that? All right. I see approved. We will do that then. I'll have that scheduled sometime and it'll be on Spawn. Allocating a sponsor for game day tickets so we can get in and film. Do you think that's a good idea that we can do for the football season, trying to find a sponsor? We'll get a general price of how much we think it's going to cost, and then that sponsor will cover all that.
Yep.
All right, we're good to go with that. Charlie Anthony uniform turn in. We're still awaiting the uniform to be turned in. I will send another reminder. Budget report. I do not specifically know what that is referencing, so I believe we're going to uh, just cut over that. And we'll move to number 5 now. Since the schedule adjustments, it's going to be a resignation form. So I think we should just have these on standby for any members that we have. If they do need to resign from Final Whistle Sports TV for any reason, including owners and co-owners, we have that form available. They fill it out. They say why and we have in the form, your employee writes that you will be losing access to Final Whistle Sports TV and stuff like that. So I think that's something we should just have made just in case, because people's lives, they change, they get busy, can't handle anymore. So that's something that we should just have. Is that something that you would agree with? Perfect. All right. I'll highlight that as approved and I'll make that form. Our next thing here, date for our media day. We never did our media day. And it's kind of late in the summer. It's now hot. For July, is that still something maybe we should shoot for in July to prepare for the upcoming football season, or should we just can that as well?
I don't really know. It would definitely help Cam was here, so I'm leaning
Right.
toward the canning it because he's not even here and he's like the most busy.
Right. All right. I think we have enough promotional content to work with too that we don't really need it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, all right, we'll just remove that then. One thing that we are going to put together eventually that we are going to all have to pitch in and work on is a portfolio of our work. So, a lot of the times when people are asking me, they want to hire us, this and that, they want to see our work. So, what we have to do is we have to go through our best recorded videos or our best live streams and we have to put them together in some little clip format. Um, and we would show that to them. We'd be like, look, this is what we do. Here it is. If you like it, good, hire us, whatever. Uh, Stuff like that. I think that's a really good idea, and that would really help getting clients. Would you agree with that, Jack?
Yep.
Okay, so would you, as well as myself, take on the task to potentially help put together these quick reels for me for like live streaming? We didn't really do photography too much, but photography, game film, highlight reel, commercial, stuff like that.
Yep.
All right, perfect. That's something I'd like to get done before our next board meeting in July, if possible. Okay, another thing we want to work on is social media / player engagement. So, one thing that can really help us grow is having connections with these athletes that we cover. So, we for this upcoming football season, what I'd like to do is I'd like to like tag players who it's their team. We need to find their social medias. We need to go through the rosters and follow them all on the Final Whistle account. Follow them so we can tag them, stuff like that. All the teams that we'll be covering at least, just so if they see it and they're like, oh, there's our game, you know what I mean? Then they can reshare it, and I think that will really boost the views. As well as just like at events and stuff, getting like it's not weird, just getting their social media account to tag them in a post, you know what I mean? So I think that's something we could do better on and we could work on that further. What do you think?
I agree.
All right, cool. So yeah, we'll keep that in mind for the uh football season coming up. I am gonna uh highlight in yellow just so we go over it again next board meeting. Uh, thumbnailcreator.com sponsorship. this was somebody who wanted to sponsor us and they did not follow through, so we are going to remove that from the list. Getting new Final Whistle Sports TV members. This item on the docket is more just a statement rather than any question. It is just we're going to be working with Voice of the Valley, which is the same owner as the American Christian League basketball, who is currently live streaming right now on our channel. And we are just going to try and get interns who want to learn about what we do, and then maybe we can expand further. So they could be at games, we could be at games, stuff like that. So that's just so you know what's going on. Updated leave of absence regulations. We're no longer going to really track leave of absences unless they are beyond one full month that you were not able to work. So leave of absences for like a week will not need to be submitted anymore. You just, if you received assignments, you decline them, and that's the end of that. So that's the updated LOA regulations. Change 2024 football season thumbnails. So the football the thumbnails in the 2024 season, excuse me, of the football season did not really do any good job. They were weird, stupid thumbnails with stupid catchphrases. Would we like to go back and change those, and maybe it'll change the views on them, or just leave them how it is? What do you think?
I say, let it die.
Let it die, let it die. All right, we'll let it die. Okay, the next one is a new background. You know on YouTube, Jack, how it's like the background picture, not the profile picture. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you. I got it.
All right, we need to make a new one of those. So, I'm not sure how to go about that, but we need a new one. The one we currently have is very ugly, so I want that done as well prior to our next board meeting. So, if me and you want to collaborate on that, we can make one together in like a shared Canva or something, and we can do that. Are you up for that?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. Because there's a picture of me and Cam together, and you're not in it, so I also want to change that. But yeah. Okay, updated strikes slash bylaws. This is going to be another thing that I think me, you, and Cam are all going to have to collaborate on. It's going to be putting together, especially because we're going to have, intern employees and stuff like that. I think we need to put together a rough draft employee handbook. You know what I mean? And whether ChatGPT has some say in it, whatever. But there just needs to be some. Well, we're obviously going to look over it, but there just needs to be something down. So it's like if you screw up, here it is, and this is what's going to happen. You know what I mean? It's going to be a strike. It's going to be whatever. Just so it's in writing, so it's like, oh, you're making up rules. We don't want to do that. We want to have rules set in stone, and then that's the end of it. So that's something that I want to work on by the football season as well. Uh, are you up for that? And I'm sure Cam would assist in that because he likes all that stuff.
Yep.
Okay. And the last thing is we need a new stream starting soon video. That's something I'm willing to delay for a little while. Is that all right with you if we just delay that?
Yep.
All right, cool. Okay, so at this time, that is going to just about conclude it for the regular agenda. At this time, I'm going to request to move to public comment. Can I have a second, please?
Second.
All right. Anyone who's currently on the phone number or in the Zoom, would you like to make any comment? Jack, would you like to make any comment?
No.
Okay. At this time, I'm going to terminate public comment and I'm going to request to adjourn the meeting. Can I have a second?
Adjourn.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. Appreciate you. And the meeting has been adjourned. Take care.
Bye.
Bye bye.